This episode of Crop Life Retail Week brought to you by Liberty Ultra Herbicide from BASF, the best Liberty yet. Hello, welcome to another edition of Crop Life Retail Week. I'm Eric Sfiligoj, editor of Crop Life and Crop Life Iron, here again with Lara Sowinski. Laura, how you doing?
I'm doing well. Thank you. I see we both look like farmers today. At least we looked the part.
I was going to say, we got the denim. Mine's black, yours is blue, but we got the memo about wearing denim, so that is cool. I like that. Yeah, and I'm hoping, and I know, we're here in Ohio, we're gearing up for, I guess, a pair of storms potentially moving through the area, mostly freezing rain, which I don't know. If you ask me, I think that's more annoying than snow, because you just cannot get any traction on it. But hopefully you're avoiding all this stuff down there in El Paso.
Yeah. This past week we've had record-breaking highs. I think we've been up in the upper 70s, and I think we're flirting with 80 as we wrap up the week. So yeah.
Well, I'm hoping that by the end of the month, when we're all gathered for the Commodity Classic in Denver, that we are as fortunate with weather, because I know Denver weather can be hit or miss in early March, and we will, again, we'll know in about a month how things went there, and we can update the viewers accordingly. So,
Absolutely.
yeah. So, hey, we'll start off with you. I think you want to talk about something that's been in the news a lot lately. And that would be a particular, I guess you'd call it tax on goods, but I'll let you talk about that, if you will.
For sure. As you mentioned, of course, tariffs are the big news at the moment. So as we stand currently, and again, obviously a fluid topic, things can change, but Trump administration's tariffs on Mexico and Canada at this moment are paused for 30 days, pending negotiations and so forth. However, China, Trump has imposed tariffs on Chinese goods, and likewise, what's important for our audience, what has China done for its retaliatory tariffs? So as of February 4th, China has said it will retaliate with a 15% tariff on imports of U.S. coal and liquefied natural gas, LNG, with 10% tariffs assessed on crude oil, ag machinery, and pickup trucks. And these tariffs will go in place, become effective on February 10th. The Wall Street Journal's reporting is calling this more of a bump than a roadblock for tractor suppliers. The good news, indeed, is that at least for the time being, U.S. commodity exports to China are not included in what China has released. And again, this came up from China on February 4th, tariffs effective on February 10th. Some good reporting from Mitch Galloway, Farm News Media. This was on MichiganFarmNews.com. Specifically, when it comes to ag machinery, China's tariffs on U.S. ag equipment includes ag dryers, portable sprayers, plows, no-till grain seeders, potato planters, fertilizer applicators, and other ag machines such as harrows and tillers. It's worth noting, and again, this is really good reporting. The U.S. International Trade Administration noted that in recent years, China has made a real effort to move from more labor-intensive farming to more mechanized farming, and as a result, has really been ramping up imports of ag equipment. The ITA, International Trade Administration, says when it comes to U.S. ag equipment manufacturers, high-end product sectors, including precise harvest machinery, advanced irrigation, drainage and storage systems, grain drying equipment, IoT technology, as well as supply chain and farm management systems, are the sectors that China is increasingly buying again as it goes from labor intensive to mechanized farming. So, again, it could be worse for sure. Hopefully, this will. I think it's notable. Not only the Wall Street Journal, but other media sources kind of again, the tone, when she was talking about this, et cetera, it doesn't seem as acrimonious, I guess, as it could be. So, hopefully this will be, a step towards something that gets worked out, a pause, maybe similar to Mexico and Canada. So we'll see. But, that's where we stand at this moment.
All right. Well, thanks for that update. And of course, obviously, we're recording this video a little earlier in the week, so who knows? Maybe things will have changed radically by Saturday when this video actually drops. But we shall see. If that happens, viewers, we will update you accordingly. So, all right. Well, hey, besides tariffs, one other thing I know you and I, Miss Laura, have been talking about a lot lately on videos, of course, is artificial intelligence, AI. And I have a news item related to that. This took place back in, the end of January. We found out our friends at Landus Cooperative, one of the Crop Life 100 ag retailers, had let go 10% of its workforce, about 55 employees. And the news release that announced this layoff said that the reason for this wasn't because of financial performance by the cooperative. It had to do with the adoption of technology. Apparently, the cooperative is now going to be employing, let me see if I can find the item exactly. They're introducing data gathering and consolidating systems that use AI to help farmers assess their crops and field needs. So that is the reason that folks were being let go. They were sort of, as they said, right-sizing the operation in conjunction with the new technology that they're going to be using going forward to help their customers work out their prescriptions in the field. So,
Interesting. Yeah. Yeah, we talk about it again, not only, of course, in ag, but in journalism as well, any other sector virtually that's out there, the impacts of AI. Um, the positive way to look at it, perhaps maybe, again, almost like the more labor intensive, low level work, freeing up employees to add more value. But, there's no way to sugarcoat when people are let go. I mean, these are parts of the part of the story that's just not pleasant, to be honest with you.
no, it isn't. But again, I know folks in our industry have talked for years about how they've had trouble finding the workforce, the labor, the number of people that actually do some of the jobs for them. So I know folks have said that, the AI adoption would probably help because fewer people could do more. Uh,
Sure.
I know the old cliche, do more with less, but it sounds like that's still in force. So,
Right, right.
all right. Well, hey, before we go on with our video this week, here is a quick note from our sponsor for this week's video, BASF.
After 30 years in the market, Liberty Herbicide was ready for an upgrade. BASF is proud to deliver the best Liberty herbicide yet. We took an important tool for farmers and made it better. A better Liberty herbicide for tougher weeds on the best farms. Liberty Ultra Herbicide, powered by Gluel technology from BASF. Visit liberty-ultra.us to learn more.
Well, Laura, of course, as we're airing this video, of course, we're now into early February and getting closer to the middle of the month. And I know for the lovers out there, of course, that means Valentine's Day. But for those in agriculture, Valentine's Day usually drops right around one of the bigger events for the winter season. That's the National Farm Machinery Show that takes place in Louisville, Kentucky. Now, this year, that event does go over Valentine's Day. It starts on Wednesday, the 12th of February, and runs through Saturday, the 15th, which is when the tractor pull takes place. But for those of us on the Crop Life staff that attend the show, we go in for the early part of the show, to visit with folks on the show floor. There's usually about 900 exhibitors spread out over the Kentucky Exposition Center and about 300,000 attendees roaming around looking at all the latest in anything agriculture. And for us, of course, that means ag equipment, ag technology, and look for videos, starting the week of President's Day from us regarding what we saw at the event. And I will also be happy to report that the Crop Life Iron, our sister publication, Crop Life, presents the Product of the Year trophy every year. And this year we're presenting the trophy at the National Farm Machinery Show. So look for a video clip on that and the company and product that won the coveted award.
That's great. That's great. I'm excited for you. Don't forget to bring your comfortable walking shoes.
Oh God, yes. I know. Yeah. Like I said, one of our sales reps has one of those watches that counts your steps. And I know he's like usually in the 30,000, 36,000 step range over the course of the 3 days we're there. So, and of course they don't pave they don't carpet any of the walkways between booths. So you're walking on cement. It is a little hard on one's back when you're my age. So.
Well, there's always scooters. You could.
Yeah, with that many people, it's just too hard to navigate. Trust me. Anytime I see anybody who's using some type of scooter or they have like a leg problem and they got one of those little carts, they cannot make any headway at all. So,
I don't know. Well, have a good time. We'll be anxious to see what you learn when you get back.
yep. Like I said, I will be sharing that in a couple of videos coming up here in the next few weeks. So, but in the meantime, since we're now at the end of the program, it is time for your favorite segment, and hopefully everyone out there, time for Fun with Numbers.
Are you sure you don't want to pause that just like the tariffs on Canada, Mexico?
No, but you'll appreciate the fun with numbers given what you were just talking about.
Oh, okay.
All
Well,
right. So your number this week, it's a really interesting number. 1,650%. So 1,650%. Okay.
thanks for alerting me to that comma.
No problem. I could have said 1650, but I'm like, just letting you know, this is a big percentage. So Miss Laura, is 1,650%. Is that the spike in searches for the term tariffs on Google since February 1st? Is it B, the projected increase in the cost of goods from Mexico and Canada with the new tariffs? Is it C, the projected increase in the cost of goods from China with the new tariffs? Or is it D, my blood pressure increase, trying to keep up with all this tariff news since February 1st? And I'm sure I would not be alone in a higher blood pressure count given all this news we've seen.
I don't think I thank you enough for your creativity, Eric. Come up with option D. Oh goodness. So spike in Google searches. I have Mexico and China. I feel like it could be any of those. I'm gonna go with A.
You are correct. Yes, I ran across that number while I was looking things up online before we got on the video. Yeah, they said that, with the tariff news floating around that, Google spikes, search spikes had happened to the tune of 1,650% for just the general term tariffs. And they actually reported that who pays for tariffs as a search term, that traffic increased by 350% over this time frame. So again, there's still a lot of confusion out there with a lot of folks about what a tariff is, who pays for it, what is involved. And apparently searching in Google is what a lot of people were doing. They always say Google it. So there you go.
In the spirit of trying to put a positive spin on things, at least people were, taking the time to learn a little bit more about trade policy, international trade, imports, exports, how it works, who pays. So that's good.
Yeah, and congratulations on getting the correct answer. Like I said, this isn't specifically an agriculture number like I normally do, but it was just such an interesting number given all the all the things going on regarding tariffs these days. So,
All right. Well, good. Well, thank you. We'll have some tea, bring that blood pressure spike down.
right, I need some herb tea quickly. So,
That's right.
all right. Well, everyone, thank you for joining us for this edition of Crop Life Retail Week. On behalf of myself and everyone at the Crop Life Media Group, thanks, and we'll see you again soon. This episode of Crop Life Retail Week brought to you by Liberty Ultra Herbicide from BASF, the best Liberty yet. If you have questions or comments about today's episode of Retail Week, contact us by email or Twitter, or type your message in the comments section below. Your feedback is important to us. We will try our best to address your thoughts in next week's episode, and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel.